In 20 years as a quarterback in the Canadian Football League, Anthony Calvillo threw for nearly 80,000 yards, more than any passer in professional football history. As an Aggie senior in 1993, he led Utah State to the school's first bowl victory, later leading Montreal to 8 Grey Cup games in the Canadian League, winning 3 of them.
I had 3 scholarship offers, Louisiana Tech, Southern Illinois, and Utah State. And, a couple of reasons why I chose Utah State was, one, it was a lot closer, because to me and my family, I'm from California, and I just thought it would be way too difficult for my family to go all the way to Louisiana and Illinois to see me play. And also there was, there was a good indication that Jim Zorn was going to be the offensive coordinator there at Utah State if I committed to Utah State. And I think that was a big factor because one of his good friends, Coach Bill Russell, who coached at Mount San Antonio Junior College, spoke very highly of him and kind of pointed me in that direction. So, that's what kind of just pointed me in the direction of going to Utah State. You know what? It was a tough start for us. We were a very, very good team, but we kept on losing very close games to some very good schools. And you're right. I think you said that we beat UNLV, and then that game against BYU, I think, just changed the direction of our season. When you beat a team like that at home, and the way it ended, it just kind of just got us going, and we were able to just use that momentum and carry us all the way into the bowl game. So once I got to Montreal, the biggest difference that I saw was just the accountability, the trust that came in the locker room. Guys in that locker room were not selfish. Guys in that locker room made sure that players were accountable, and we had so much talent there in Montreal. We've had great coaches, and we have an amazing owner with Mr. Bob Wentenhall. He was able to hire our general manager Jim Pop to get the right people in. But when it comes down to it, over the years, for 16 years, we had great coaches and we had great talent. It's really the championship years. When we won our first championship here in Montreal in 2002, we had a parade in the freezing cold, and there was just hundreds of thousands of people lined up in the street to celebrate our championship. And that's the one thing I'll never forget, because the city said they were going to throw us a party and we were going to have this amazing parade, but we weren't expecting that many people. And it was just a memorable event that not only I remember, but when I speak to my old teammates, we all talk about that time. Yeah, I was very blessed and fortunate to play for so many years. I talked about the talent that we had here, which made my job a lot easier. And I didn't get hurt too often, so the guys up front really protected me, and I was able to go out there and put up some yards. But again, I keep emphasizing, and I always tell people this, is I couldn't do this on my own. We had great coaches creating the game plans, and we went out there and executed this. So the longer you play and you're consistent, the numbers are going to come. And like you said, over the past couple of years, it was just kind of one record after another. And it was fun. And at the time, I didn't think about it too much. But now that I'm retired and I could sit back and be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I did that. And that was fun. But, at the time when I was playing, I never really thought about it. I learned a lot about cancer from my wife because she had to go through it back in 2007. She was diagnosed with large B-cell lymphoma, and she went through her chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and hers was life-threatening. So I knew a lot about cancer now going into 2010, so I wasn't too worried about it because for me I knew it was not life-threatening and it was just going to be more of just a little setback, but I definitely wasn't going to let that slow me down. Well, I've always wanted to finish it, and when I started playing football up in Canada, it was never a top priority for me. So once I finished and retired last year, I wanted to finally get it done. So I took some courses online and was able to get the General Studies bachelor's degree. But it was important for me to go back and walk on stage and have my wife there and have my 2 young daughters, Athena, who's 9, Olivia, who's 6, just to have that visual of me walking on stage. So when they're older and I'm saying, listen, you have to go to university, or pressing them to do well in school, they can remember that I walked on stage and it was important. It was surprising and a blessing, to be honest with you. I was just at home and got the call, and they said they were going to induct me into this class, and it's really overwhelming, to be honest with you. I mean, I've been playing sports my entire life, played professional football for 20 years, and just been enjoying life and not thinking about records or awards or recognition. It was just having a good time. So to be inducted is definitely a special part in my heart, to just be like, wow, this is amazing.